I like a little bit larger of a blade, but I have bigger hands. I like to get something that feels really comfortable in my hand and that I can really kind of get over and cut. And I use this for cutting vegetables, for cutting meats, for cutting really just about everything. This is kind of like your workhorse. And then just down from that is gonna be a boning knife. Okay, a boning knife. This is for some more of those intricate, finer, detailed cuts. You have more control with a boning knife as it's a smaller blade, a little more precise, and the blade edge usually has a little bit more of a shape to it. It's a thinner blade all the way around. You want to keep this blade very, very sharp, but honestly, you want to keep them all sharp. Boning knife is a great one to have. The next one down from that is a paring knife. A paring knife, I use this most commonly on vegetables and things like that. Little things I'll use a paring knife for. Yet again, something that gives me really the ultimate control in that finite, really precise cuts. To be honest with you, the boning knife is kind of my go-to for that. When we have to beef things up a little bit and we need to cut through something really big, and I mean anything from like watermelon to ribs, brisket, whatever it is, and let's say you don't have a hatchet, but you really need to get some force to it, that's gonna be, it's a 10-inch bullnose butcher knife. I like to use this to cut down my primal and subprimal cuts of meat into individual portion cuts for steaks and things like that, amongst cutting watermelon and anything else. Really, this 10-inch bullnose butcher knife has everything you need in it. It's got a nice thick blade to it. I really like the way that the bullnose is on there. I find that when I get into the cut that I'm putting a lot of emphasis on that radius right there. So this is a great knife to have in your arsenal. The step up from that would be your 12-inch brisket knife. That's most commonly what this is known as, otherwise known as a carving knife. I like to use this for cutting really nice thin slices of brisket. Most commonly, that's what I use this knife for, is really just for brisket or some really long, slender cuts of meat. It has a really good control to it as well. I walk the tip of that blade across the cutting board and it just works really good. So if you're into brisket or big cuts of meat and you need some nice fine control, then this is the way to go. And also these little perforations on the side here, the purpose of that is to break up the surface. That way when you do cut those thin slices of meat, the meat isn't sticking to the blade so easily. So looking for those perforations, that's a pretty good thing to have when you're cutting thin slices of meat. On top of that, I go up to, I love this knife. This is one of my very favorite knives. It's from New West Knife Works Company. They're out of Nevada, USA. They make just some amazing, amazing products.